Hello everybody. Okay, so I know I haven't made a tutorial in a while, but I'm actually doing this back to basics series. A lot of you guys have been asking me on my Tumblr like, "Oh, can I see your foundation routine and whatnot?" And so here it is, and I'm sorry that you're gonna see my face without makeup in about a couple seconds, and it's not cute. I have, on camera it looks like I have pretty good skin, but trust me, I don't. I'm just exactly like you. I suffered from cystic acne for 4 years. I have acne scars, I have big pores, and everything. So I hope you guys find this foundation routine helpful. And my foundation routine is pretty odd because I use a lot of concealer. Um, so you guys are gonna see me kind of in a weird sort of way. Like you'll see me full of like white concealer marks all over my face. But nonetheless, I hope this helps you guys, and stay tuned for the tutorial. Bye guys. Okay, so now you guys are probably scared because I have no makeup on and I look like crap right now, but whatever. Okay, so the first thing I did was, of course, you want to moisturize your skin. I use Up and Up. It's a Target brand. The Up and Up Dual Treatment Moisturizer. It's oil free and it's supposed to be comparable to the Clean and Clear Moisturizer. It comes in this little packaging like this. Yeah. I sit one pump and then I blend all over my face. Let it sit in for like 5 minutes or so my skin's all properly moisturized. Because if you don't let your moisturizer sit in your skin and you put makeup right over it, it's just gonna make your face a lot more oily, which is not cool for you because you want your makeup to last as long as possible. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, well for me, because I have really big pores and I have a lot of big pores and acne scarring and whatnot, I like to use this Lancome Pure Focus Gel Poudre T-Zone Matte Express T-Zone Powder Gel for instant shine control. Looks like this. I'm just gonna put that all over my face. I use like that much. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. What I do is I like to take both of my fingers and I like to just go like that and then just dab it on my face. Primer is just gonna help your concealer and your foundation just go on a lot smoother. Makes it also last longer. For me, I mean, I don't know, for some reason, like, all primers, they pretty much do all the same, job for me. I just like that barrier between my makeup and my face. Because I don't like the feeling of, makeup seeping in through my skin. Because that's not good. Okay, so next thing I like to do is, I have a lot of redness to my skin because I take a lot of acne medication. I take tetracycline pills. And I use creams and stuff to, fight against my acne. So, I use a really cheap concealer just to hide the redness in my skin before I apply my foundations or whatever. So right now I'm just gonna be using my foundation, my CVS foundation brush. It's super dirty, and I'm just gonna be using my Maybelline Coverstick concealer in medium beige. And this is super light, so it's gonna look kind of crazy when I put it on. But basically, I just like to take my brush right here. I like to dab some into the product right here, and I just like to put it under my eyes, just cause I don't know, just because. Don't ask me why. Yeah, just don't ask me why. When I do makeup on other people, I usually don't do these. I don't do this foundation routine on other people, just because they don't need as much, help as I do. But basically, I'm just covering up any imperfections. Actually, I put concealer on before my foundation as well as before and after, because my skin it just needs a lot of work. Because the thing is with my skin is that I don't have much acne because I am on all that medication, but I have a lot of redness and I have a lot of scars that I want to hide. I actually put this all over my face practically, which is why I like to use a cheaper concealer because it's more cost effective. Okay, so after that I'm just going to take the other end of my brush and I'm just going to blend away all that concealer because you don't want it to be too thick. So I'm just going to take that and just run it. And see, and if you can tell, the concealer looks really smooth, and that's because of that primer that we put on before. Okay? So after that, it's my foundation time. I use a lot of different foundations for different reasons. if I'm getting my picture taken or if I'm like gonna go out or something, I usually mix my Revlon Photo Ready in 006 medium beige. I'm not sure you guys can see that. Yeah. And then I mix my Face and Body Foundation in C4. But for today, I'm actually going just to watch a basketball game. So I'm going to be mixing my Revlon Colorstay in 350 Rich Tan. And I'm mixing it on this CD. I know it's really gross and dirty, but all I do is I just pour it out on this little disc right here. If it'll come out. This is an old bottle. Well, it's not old, but... So I use about that much. And it looks like a lot because there's stains from previous foundation marks or whatever. And I use just a little bit of this MAC Face and Body just to thin it out a tiny bit. Okay. And the C4 is a little bit lighter than the Rich Tan, so that's why I use it also. And with this, you have to make sure you give it a good shake because it's water-based. So after I put my foundation on the palette, I get this little synthetic kabuki stippling brush thingy from my Kirkland brush. Well, oh god, the handle's a little dirty. But anyways, so what I do is I just take some on the brush, and then I just dab it on my face. I don't like to blend it in first. I just like to stipple it on. So hold on. Okay, so I'm just starting on the side of my face. And then I just go in circular motions, also stippling at the same time. So by mixing both of these foundations, the face and make sure you take it to your hairline because, you know, especially even if you have bangs, because like, you know, when the wind blows, you can see like what's under there. So what was I saying? So by mixing both of these foundations, it kind of gives me this natural matte look. Like, it doesn't look dewy, but it's not matte. Like, I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but I mean, it just looks like skin, you know, which is what I like. Okay, so I'm gonna just buff it in again as much as I can. Okay, now for problem areas that I'm still subconscious about, because I have a lot of I'm not sure if you guys can see, but I still have a lot of acne scarring and I have dark circles and all that junk. I use 2 different concealers for both. I'm gonna spot concealer right now, and I like to use my Vichy Dermablend Cosmetic Corrective Concealer in 30 medium. It looks like this, and what I like to do is I just like to put it on my little CD again. I take about that much. It's right there. And then I use that CVS brush again, and I just go in. It's pretty much the same color as my foundation, so let's take it on the brush, and then I just spot conceal, especially around my nose. I get really red, so I like to put it around here, the side of my nose. Actually, and then I just like to take that side of the brush, and then I just like to dab it in. Actually, you know, I'm gonna go back in with my foundation first. I still have some leftover foundation that I want to use, so I'm just gonna stipple it on my face. And as for brushes, you guys can use a 187 or 109, MAC 109 brush, whatever you guys like. It doesn't really matter. Actually, it does. The reason why I like this one is because it gives me the look of, you know, a 187, you know, finish, but it's a lot denser, so it's kind of like a kabuki brush and a stippling brush all in one. So after I put on my foundation, I like to do a little more under eye concealing. So I use my Maybelline Superstay concealer in creamy. You guys have seen me use this before. I don't use a lot. I just 1 dot is enough. So like there and then there. And then okay, so after I put on my under eye concealer, I need to set all this makeup with a powder. My backpack. Okay, so some of the powders that I like to use, well, for me, because I have really oily skin, I like using MAC's blotting powder in medium. The MAC Mineralized Skin Finish is really good, but it doesn't really help with my oil as much. But it's a great, you know, setting powder. I also like the Maybelline Dream Matte powder. Mine's all crushed because it's really old. But for today, I'm going to be using my blot powder. And what I like to do is I like to take a puff. This is the one that comes with. And look at that. I'm already hitting pan. But anyway, so I just like to scrape some of the product. I like to start under my eyes first. Okay. Under my eyes and then around my cheek area right here because I have really big pores around here. So I like to kind of, you know, set that really nicely. Under my nose. On my nose. And under my nose. And around my nose. And then after that, you know, set the rest of your face like that. Now, it can look a little, you know, you can see the circles because this is a really light powder, but I always choose lighter powders because they oxidize on my skin and it looks darker, and so I figure use a lighter powder and then let it oxidize to your regular skin. But anyways, okay, so I can take a kabuki brush. This is from Costco, a Costco set that I don't even know, but it's really soft, and I just like to grab some of that blot powder on my brush, and I just like to swirl it on my skin. I hope this helped a lot of you guys. I don't know, with putting on foundation, because foundation is really, really tricky. I can still remember when I knew nothing about foundation. I just slapped it on with a sponge and called it a day, and I didn't know about setting it. I didn't know about anything. But yeah, this is what I look like with foundation on, and yeah. So I hope you guys like this video, and I'm going to be doing a bunch of basic videos coming up, so yeah, stay tuned for those, and thank you for watching. Bye!